Hey, good morning. I got a situation just yesterday and I wrote a blog post about that just a few hours ago, but I want to record a video about that. A friend of mine, a co-founder of a software team, a software startup, approached me and asked for help. He knows that I'm a software developer and he's got a team of programmers and they got stuck into a problem with the database or something, and then he asked me whether I can help them. And I joined a small chat in Telegram with them, and they were starting to explain me what's going on, what the problem is. And I didn't understand a thing because I'm not a database guy. I'm not a database administrator. I know a few things about Postgres. That's the database they work with. So I wasn't able to help them. That's my point. But I was listening to them for a few minutes, and then I asked them, did you try to post a question on StackOverflow? And they told me that we hope, I quote that, we hope that we will not need that. So they were trying to solve the problem by themselves, and they were inviting people like myself, like experts, to help them, but they did not want to post a question on StackOverflow. So my question was to them, like, why? What's the problem with that? You should start with that. When you're in trouble, when you don't know what to do, you first of all, you go to the internet, to public resources, and then ask for help there. That's what the resources are for, like StackOverflow, for example, or there are some forums, some resources for programmers. But they were not doing that. And my question now is why? What's happening? What's the real problem with these guys? And not only these guys, but that's a typical problem. Many people do the same. They're trying to solve the problem locally inside the team before they publicly announce that they cannot solve that, and then they go to StackOverflow. So I think that these guys, they were ashamed of declaring that they are not strong enough to solve the problem. First of all, and primarily because they were afraid to lose respect in the eyes of their managers, who is my friend. They were trying to solve locally, and they thought that a good employee, a good worker, a good programmer has to know everything, has to have all the necessary answers, and that's the primary indicator of a good programmer. If you contribute to the project as a freelancer, if you don't stay on the payroll, if you don't stay on a full-time assignment, if you get paid by result, if you work as a free contractor, then you will not worry about being an expert. You will not worry about what they think about your knowledge, what they think about how much you know about Postgres or the programming language you work with. They will only care about how much results you can contribute to the project. And in that case, they will not even be interested. Where do you seek help? What do you do in order to resolve your technical issues? But people who work full-time, who sit in the office for a full-time, they need to look smart. Otherwise, it's going to be a question for their bosses all the time. Like, why do we pay these guys for full-time? Why do we pay them so much money every month if they don't know something? If they have to go to StackOverflow every day and post some questions there, how about we fire them and find somebody who will know everything without StackOverflow? See the difference, right? For a full-timer, the StackOverflow is something which they don't want to show to their managers, because their managers will think that it's a lack of competence, first of all, if you use StackOverflow. For a freelancer, for a contractor, StackOverflow is just an instrument to deliver results faster. And the boss of a freelancer will not care at all how often the freelancer is using StackOverflow. Actually, the boss will actually want the freelancer to use all the possible resources around to deliver results faster. So the question is, who do you want to be? Do you want to be a full-timer who's afraid of using resources and has to stay in the office pretending to be smart? Or you want to be a freelancer who is able and motivated and interested and able to work all the possible resources around in order to deliver results faster? It's your choice. I, of course, recommend you to transition from a full-time mindset to a freelancer mindset. Read the blog post. It's going to be published tomorrow. Thanks for listening. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.